Today we'll cover how to draw retaining walls inside of ArchiCAD from a sloping site like this, which will then cut out the earth or add fill to the site, and after that we'll put in the retaining walls accordingly. If you don't know how to draw a site mesh yet, I'll have a video down below in the description. Using these contours, we've modeled up a site mesh, just here. Next up, let's say we're going to have a flat space in the middle of this area. We're going to make this finished surface level here, so 23.5 meters, and we'll go OK. From here, if we go into our 3D, we'll notice we've got our surface area just here. Now in this first example, we'll do it for the fill, so this front retaining wall. So if we go back into our 2D, from here, if I select the site mesh tool again, I'll click and drag all the way down to the bottom, and then I'm going to enter in 200. That's going to be the depth of our retaining wall. I'll pop this on the outside. I'll bring this down another 200. I'll select the mesh once again, and then I'll go to add polygon. I'll click on this corner and go up to this corner just here. Here we've created the shape of our retaining wall. All we need to do now is to type in the height. So if we again go to the height of the retaining wall, type in 23500 and go OK, making sure that we've got apply to all selected and we go OK. If we now go into our 3D, it doesn't look like much has happened, but that's because the site mesh is the same material. So from here, if we select this mesh that we just created before, and if we go up to the top and go to various overrides, and we can change this to, and we'll go concrete 2. We'll make sure that all of these are turned on, and then we'll link the surfaces so that they're all the concrete 2. And from there, we've now got our concrete retaining wall for the fill portion of the site. Now, if we wanted to cut this back section just here, this platform that we created earlier is currently being obscured by that back portion of the site mesh. So if we right click in the open space and we go to connect and go to solid element operations, if we now select this mesh, this platform here as the operator, and then we select the mesh, this here as the target, and then go to subtraction with upward extrusion and go execute, it's going to cut that mesh using the platform. From here, we now want to put a retaining wall in that back section. So if we go back to our floor plan, again, we'll do the same thing. We'll go to our mesh tool. We'll click bottom left up to this right corner just here, and we'll tap tab to be able to enter in our dimension, 200, and we'll go enter. And I'm going to extend this another 200 mil. So I'm just going to go add polygon, select this one all the way down to here. Using the contours, we want this here, this point here, to be higher than the rest of these points here. So for this retaining wall, I'd set this to say 25. So 25 meters. So 25000. Apply to all and we go OK. If we now go into our 3D view, we can see that we've now got our retaining wall holding back the cut of the site. Now we've got this line cutting through our retaining wall here at the moment. So all we need to do, if we want to clean this up, we'll just select the retaining wall. We'll turn it as the operator, just like we did for the platform. We'll select the mesh. We'll put it as the target, subtraction with upward extrusion again, and we'll go execute. And this will clean up all of those lines. Now, if we pan around, we'll see that there's a lot of space at these lower portions of the retaining walls that aren't really doing much. So in this case, what we could do is we could stagger that retaining wall. To stagger the retaining wall, what we can do, if we go back into our 2D plan, and from here, if we select our retaining wall, and we go up to this split tool just here. Let's say we want to cut along this contour line just here. So if we select the retaining wall, and if we go up to the split tool, if we cut from this top point here, then aim where we're cutting all the way down, then hold in shift so it's parallel, then click once. It's going to open up an eye, which is then, if we click to that right hand side, going to make sure that all this point here is selected once we finish that operation. You can select either way. It's just going to select either side at the end of that operation. Don't get too caught up in that one. We're just basically cutting that retaining wall. Now to change the height of this retaining wall, we want to select this node just here, and we'll go 24500 and we'll go OK, which is the same height as this mesh point just along through here. So if I now go into the 3D, we'll see that we've stepped down this point of the retaining wall just here, which will mean less material use. So if we pan around to that backside, it's retaining all this portion to here, then it steps that down. As soon as we cut the mesh, it's going to undo those operations that we did just before. So if we want to clean up this line just here again, we just go this as our operator, the mesh as our target, and we'd go execute, which is going to clean up all of those lines. If we repeat this process for the stagger across the contours of the site, we'll finish up with a result that looks a lot more like this. As always, if you'd like access to this file or any of the other tutorial files, they're all available over on the Patreon. If you did want to learn more about cut and fill, I've got a whole dedicated video just over here, where we go through the typical sequence for designing for cut and fill, and even how to represent it in a 2D plan. Go on and check it out.